So what I love living and learning about construction, different places in the world, I'm seeing what they're going to do. And, it's very fascinating to, think about the creativity and see, hey, what does it take from surveys and what does it take from digging holes and how can you build it from the concrete and from the foundation? You always have to try to figure out how can I build in my area? What will it take me to build in this area? What can I build here? At the end of the day, I'm just trying to live and learn. At the end of the day, in whichever area you're located in, at the end of the day, there's different things to be done in all different areas in the world. So then they figure out what are the materials that it costs me. If it's concrete, if it's steel, if it's even if it's sheetrock, figure out what is it going to cost me. What are the materials? What do I got to build? What do I got to take? And who can do it? How can I make sure I have the HVAC, the electricians, obviously the different roofers? How do I have different people? How do I have my capital lined up? What is it going to cost me to take out capital to build this building, wherever it is? You have to think about all the different materials. You have to think about basically how can I get it the quickest projects that accomplish from what I've seen around the world are that you have all the different things, your plan, your vision, you're thinking outside of the box, you're really condensing, hey, I got the capital, I know what it's going to cost me, I have all the different people to do it, and I'm saying around what timeline, do you have a timeline, and how can I make sure that it goes under budget, that it actually gets done within the timeline that I'm thinking and actually moves along to accomplish this. Because at the end of the day, you're building a building, there's cost, there's some things, different things change, and you always have to live and learn. How can I condense and make sure that if I'm selling this thing, or what's my cost, my basis to take out capital, or the partners I have, or even if you have your own money, I'm saying is you can figure out how are the different thoughts and different things that I got to take to do this game plan at the end of the day to get it done from start to finish, from beginning to end to cash flow. Or you're buying a building with cash flow, how can I add value to that building? What are the differences, ways to accomplish, and thinking, okay, can I put elevators that may be extra elevators, or maybe I put a vending machine room, or maybe I put a laundry machine room, add laundry rooms. I've seen that. I've seen today chargers, electric chargers. I've seen people put on, obviously solar on the roofs, and they can make money that way. There's so many different ways if you're thinking outside the box to add dollars and decrease expenses. At the end of the day, I see this in RV parks. When you look at RV parks, a lot of these people that are mom and pops, they didn't figure out their numbers. And look, I'm not the best at that, but at the end of the day, you have to use what you're best at and to get the return on your investment. To getting the return on your investment is basically using multiple different teams, multiple people to envision what I look at this property. There's certain numbers, right? If I got to make X on my return, how do I do that? And you have to see what it is. Sometimes it's fixing rooms. Sometimes it's taking the rooms that are already rented and getting out one not such good tenant. Or there's so many different ways to accomplish. You have to really think outside the box and realize, try to go above and beyond for whatever clientele you do have, and how do you cater to that clientele. You're actually adding value towards whatever you're trying to do. So if you have an apartment building, let's just say it's 20 units or 40 units or 100 units or 200 units, and your basis, the raise rent's $100, you got a spread. If you're going to go and fix up 10 units, you get a spread. You could get a return on fixing it up. If you're putting in a gas station, electric chargers, then you'll get more for the gas station, right? So I'm saying is self-storage. If you're going to add more units, or you make sure that you have to figure out what are the charges in that area. How can you put in more signage? How can you put in more things that interest your clientele and your customers? Right, at the end of the day, you have to figure out what can I do better and different in this market, in this area. But then you're thinking outside the box to accomplish inside the box within the numbers. When you team up with multiple people and multiple people think together on a project, on a product, and its specifics, how can I do it? Is it electric charges? Is it adding to the rooms? Is it adding a specific service? Maybe they need more customer service when they call you. And I don't see this with AI. AI basically is not going to be able to, yes, it will be able to manage your bookings on RV parks, but it's not going to be able to make sure. You're going to have to follow up with each person. So you're going to have a human to do that. You're going to be able to outsource certain services with the data and with AI, with artificial intelligence, but with building, there's always going to be need humans in property. So you have to figure out, how can I get the best return on my asset, and to do basically whatever building you want done, wherever in the world you want it done, you have to figure out what does it cost to make this building from start to finish. You have to figure out, what is it going to cost me in bricks? What's it going to cost me in concrete? What's it going to cost me in steel? What's it going to cost me in electricity? What's it going to cost me in windows? There's so many different costs, and you have to be real with what are my costs and over budget. And you have to really think about, how do I triple check what it's going to cost me, and can I actually do what I think I'm going to be able to do? Am I able to accomplish building this building X, Y, and Z, or adding to this land a certain way? And yeah.